Hello, and welcome inside Hastings Stadium here in Guelph. It's a bit of a rollback in time here on this Sunday afternoon as the Guelph Royals play host to the Toronto Maple Leafs. There you see it on the board, and you're wondering, it's a 1-0 count with one out. What's going on here? Well, this is the resumption of a game from June 20th, a game that ultimately ended up getting rained out. It's been a little while. A number of faces changed since that game. It's a work in progress in terms of the scorekeeping, so you will probably see some different names on the score sheet if you are following it online, just because there's a number of different players that were not in that lineup on June 20th. So, again, take whatever you see on the website as a grain of salt. But you can keep it locked in here today. I will keep you up to date. My name is Mark Perry. I am the solo voice on the cast here this afternoon as the Guelph Royals look to win their sixth straight game at home. It'll be an interesting weekend for the Royals. Again, they beat the Welland Jackfish last night 4-1. Their bullpen was El Fuego. Did not have a base runner that gotten on base due to a hit or a walk. In the final 5 innings of play, the only base runner came in the 5th, and that was due to catcher's interference. And that just kind of tells you exactly where things stand with this bullpen right now. The second best bullpen in the league right now when it comes to ERA. Barry is up in first. And speaking of Barry, number of doubleheaders in the CBL. We'll keep you up to date because there's going to be a lot of changes in the lineup and the standings, in fact, after today, just with the way the amount of games are being played. Let's take a look at the standings. This is the standings coming into today. There you see the separation between Guelph and Toronto. They are in 5th and 6th, respectively. And the Barrie Baycats and Guelph Royals, both 5 games back of the London Majors, who clinched a playoff spot with that win in Christie Pitts in Toronto last night via that 20-4 win over the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs, though, winners of 2 of 4 in the last 4 games. So we're going to throw it to Anthem. We'll have the lineups on the other side. Stay with us. You are watching Royals TV. Our apologies. We are back here on Royals TV. We're going to mic up the anthem for you here. All right, welcome back. We are getting set for some baseball. Quickly, let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start with the Guelph Royals. Ryan DeSantos will be in the leadoff spot. He had that big 2-run home run last night in the 7th inning that put the Guelph Royals on top over the Welland Jackfish. And there you see the rest. It's a very similar looking lineup as Dino Ramel seems like he has found a formula that seems to work for him. Anthony Gilbert, Miguel Geraldo, Garrett Takamatsu is in the cleanup spot as the DH here today. Maskai Williams, Ochoa coming into the lineup today. Matthew Ward and Ashton Patterson 1 through 9 with Kyle Thomas starting on the mound. For the Toronto Maple Leafs, a bit of a different looking lineup because of the change of personnel. Yoki Pena, of note, wasn't even a Toronto Maple Leaf the last time these two teams, well, when the game technically started back on June 20th. He was a member of the Hamilton Cardinals. And Kyle Pops will take up the spot in the sixth hole, starting for Matt Fabian, who is now a Kitchener Panther. So there you see what we're going to see 1 through 9 of note. Brando LaRue already out on a fly ball to center field. Crix Tavares walked as the second batter of the first inning from that June 20th affair. Both of those two are in their same spots from that game. Same with Yasiel Puig, who will come up to the plate with a 1-0 count to start off this contest. Let's take a look at the umpires for today's game. It'll be Chris Long over at third. Mike Guthrow is the crew chief. He's over at first. And calling the balls and strikes in behind home plate will be Nick Leffler. Just about set for some baseball. Kyle Thomas, his 9th appearance of the season. Now, the starting pitchers from that last game on the 20th, Nick Veselinovic didn't even get to throw a pitch in that one. Alfred Vega, no longer with the team. He was the starting pitcher for the Guelph Royals. But here is Kyle Thomas, a 2.45 ERA. His last appearance coming against the Kitchener Panthers back on the 1st of August. Struck out 3, gave up 4 hits in 4 innings of work. Good soft contact kind of pitcher. We'll look to try to force some of that soft contact against some of these Maple Leafs who are very, very prone to hitting the hard baseball, including the man that's going to start things off, the former major leaguer in Yasiel Puig. And Puig, since that June 20th game, he's been one of the better hitters in the CBL, leads the league in home runs, as he currently sits at 15. Christian Anoa for London, one in behind him at 14. Yoshinoda, Michael Escato, and Ethan Mann rounding out 1 through 5 when it comes to the home runs, as we are getting ready to start this one. And already Yasiel Puig generating some boo birds here at Hastings Stadium. Just about set. Kyle Thomas delivers, and Puig puts the first pitch into right field, and that'll be a base hit. We are underway at 4:07. Glad to have you with us. So again, just to note, Crix Tavares walked in that previous game and now got to start off this game over at first base. Again, bit of an odd kind of situation, but probably thinking, hey, only 2 batters in. Why not just start it from scrimmage? Well, that is a question that bears an answer that's above my pay grade, folks. That'll go across for strike 1 here on Yoki Pena. And a member of the Hamilton Cardinals when these two teams met. Came over right at the transaction deadline, as that one paints the inside edge. And Toronto going 500 in their last 4 games, as mentioned. As that one's down the line, that's a foul ball. Toronto sitting at 12-22 on the year. 8 games back of that final playoff spot. and at an even 500 in their last 10 games. 5-10 on the road this year. They've also given up a league worst 327 runs coming into today. The 0-2. That one misses low at the knees on the inner half. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thomas checks on Tavares, and that's going to go across for strike 3. No doubt about that one, as that one paints right down the middle. And there's 2 away.
Left fielder, number 19, Dennis Devaney.
And that'll bring up Dennis Devaney. Thomas checks on Tavares. That one is going to miss on the outside for ball 1. Devaney hitting .278 on the season. Chopper. Gilbert tries to field it. It bounces in and out of the glove. Not able to make the play, and that's going to load the bases. We'll see what that's going to be scored as. But Dennis Devaney will get on base. He got down the line pretty quickly, though. I'd imagine that that's going to be called a single. I'll bring up Marcus Connect. The veteran holds off for ball 1. And Marcus Connect, a veteran in this league, a long-time Maple Leaf. Down the line, foul. Seventh year. Started with the Leafs back in 2018. The 1-1. Grab there for 1. To first base. He got him. And that'll retire the side. A busy first inning for Anthony Gilbert, but no runs come across as we head to the home half of the first here at Hastings. Welcome back, home half of the first here at Hastings. Ryan DeSantos, Anthony Gilbert, Miguel Geraldo due up here for the Royals. And they will take on Yuto Nakata. Pick up right at the transaction deadline for these Maple Leafs. As he gets into yet another appearance here. As that'll go in for a strike, just his third appearance. Since the acquisition. That'll miss inside for ball one. DeSantos sends that one away. Last appearance for Nakata came on the 5th of August, so just a few days ago, last Wednesday, in fact. Only went an inning in that one. The 1-2 missing inside. And usually Nakata wearing number 18. Wearing number 47 here today. The 2-2. That one misses inside. First in that game against Hamilton. Struck out 3. Gave up 2 runs off of 2 hits. The 3-2. Chopper down the line. That's going to go foul. We see this a lot from DeSantos. Just gets into the box and just battles. Some defensive swings from him. Out of the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Nakata gets DeSantos to lead this home half of the first. Quickly, let's take a look at the defense for the Maple Leafs here today. This is how it sets up. DeBanning, Pena, and Puig is in the outfield today. Ross LaRue, Tavares, Popst is over at first. Matthew Brandt is in behind home plate. That one is going to bounce off the glove of Brandt. Of course, Popst, a pitcher and an infielder. Gilbert sends this one sky high. Brando LaRue tracks it over at short, and he'll make the catch. And that'll bring up Miguel Geraldo. He went 0 for 4 last night against the Jackfish. That'll miss upstairs for ball one. Cooling off a little bit. 771 OPS in the last week. They'll foul that one back. Hitting .250 in his last 5 games. One ball, one strike. And gets out of the way of that one. Miguel will get reset. Here comes the 2-1. Chopper, a high one over to Ross, over to first in time. And that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning for Yuto Nakata and the Toronto Maple Leafs. We are scoreless through one here at Hastings. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Top of the second upcoming. Kyle Pops will lead things off here for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Bottom of the order here for the Leafs. It'll be Pops, Ross, and Brandt. Thomas delivers. He's going to miss at the knees. 13 pitches needed for Kyle Thomas to get through the inning, albeit didn't have to record all 3 outs. As Pops will send this one deep fly ball into left field, and Ashton Patterson gets underneath it. And if you're just joining us, this is the resumption of a game from June 20th. The game already had an out and a walk recorded before the rain really took hold of Hastings Stadium. And I still remember that day. It was cloudy. It felt like there was something in the air. Nothing was coming down. Looked like we were ready for baseball. And then soon as first pitch happens, the rain started to trickle down, and seconds later it was a torrential downpour. Ross, fly ball to center field. J.D. Williams gets underneath it to make the catch. And again, it was a slow-moving weather system that moved through the area. But it wasn't a storm system that lingered for long, but it did enough damage and completely flooded the infield. There is still video on our YouTube page if you want to go back and check it out. That one misses on the inside for Matt Brandt. Brandt hitting .282 on the season. And drops in there for a strike. Definitely does better against righties rather than lefties, as he sends a fly ball into left field. Ashton Patterson tracks it and makes the catch. 3 fly balls, 3 outs. A quick one for Kyle Thomas. We head to the home half of the second. Scoreless here in Guelph. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium in Guelph. There we are, the grandstands, the fans packing right in front of us. Leafs and the Royals here on a Sunday afternoon, one of a handful of games across the CBL today. As here is Garrett Takamatsu. Tak sends that one out of play. The former Maple Leaf, Takamatsu, part of those clubs that went to the IBL finals a couple of times. The 0-1, that's going to drop in there for a strike. One game has gone final already. Brantford defeating Chatham Kent 5-2 in the first half of their doubleheader. Remember, 2 doubleheaders in the CBL today. Both of them 7-inning games. The 0-2 when misses on the outside. The other game happening right now is in Kitchener. Barrie with a 6-1 lead in the bottom of the 7th. So Barrie looking to close out a win, which would break that tie for 4th in the CBL with Guelph. As Takamatsu sends a deep fly ball into right field. It's going to drop. It'll get to the wall. And Takamatsu leads the second off with a double. It was a towering shot, and it just split between Yolki Pena in center and Yasiel Puig over in right. While we're at it, let's take a look at the defense one more time for the Maple Leafs. And again, demanding Pena and Puig playing in the outfield there today. Here's Victor Maskai. That on-base streak continuing for him last night as he sends one foul. 30 games played, 30 games he has reached base. We'll look to continue that today by reaching base. It's just a phenomenal stat. That's going to drop in there for a strike just above the knees. Maskai going 1 for 4 last night. He hit a single in the second against Welland. The 0-2, swing and a miss. He got him. And the tag applied to complete the strikeout. And there's one away. Second strikeout of the game for Nakata. And J.D. Williams will step in here as the fans go note for note with public address announcer Mark Graham. A delivery into the dirt. Good block there from Matthew Brandt. And that echoing of J.D. Williams being announced to the plate just really goes to show you how much of a fan favorite he is here in Guelph. Runner on second. The 1-0 from Nakata. That one's going to miss outside. Takes a look. Here's the 2-0. Chopper. LaRue on the 3-hopper. Over to first and in time. As first base umpire Mike Guthrow, who was over at second, calls him out. J.D. Williams will go down. There's 2 away. Well, that was a bang-bang play over at first. Good job by LaRue, though, to get on over there. As here comes Nate Ochoa. In there for strike 1. Ochoa not playing in last night's game, making his 8th start of the season. That's a flare into shallow right field. A base hit for Ochoa, and that'll bring home Takamatsu to give the Royals a 1-0 lead. A good piece of hitting there from Ochoa as he collects the RBI single.
Your catcher, number 10.
That'll bring up Matthew Ward. Got a sac fly in the second inning of last night's game to actually open the scoring. Nakata deals, and a foul ball off the bat, off the mask. Ward in his second year with the Royals was an all-star last season. The 0-1, the runner's going to go, and the hit and run is applied. Throw over to first in time to complete the out. Ochoa actually evading the tag of Crix Taveras, but just lobs it on over to first to get the easy out, and that'll do it. But Nate Ochoa with an RBI single puts the Royals up 1-0. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium in Guelph. To the third inning we go. Here's Brando LaRue, the former Royal. His first hacks in the batter's box here today. Swing and a miss for strike one. The first of the doubleheader in Kitchener has gone final, by the way. Barrie with a 6-3 win. So that'll improve them to 21-14 on the year, as they move half a game up. Royals can keep pace with a win here today. Again, it's a doubleheader, so Barrie could do it again. Fielded by Ochoa to first in time to retire Brando. And in between the double headers is about a 30-minute break for the teams when they're playing double headers. So imagine that game will probably start around 5:15-ish. And we'll keep you up to date with how that Doubleheader is going. Same with the Brantford-Chatham-Kent doubleheader. So here's Crix Tavares. Tavares right to Anthony Gilbert. One pitch, one out. Another game that's happening today, by the way, in London. The Majors, who have clinched a playoff spot, hosting Hamilton. And here comes Yasiel Puig. Put one into right field his last time up. It's taken all the way there. It's going to miss on the inside for ball one. Puig hitting .392. That one's going to miss on the inside. See Thomas trying to get some swing and miss, but Yasiel not biting. Another one missing. Puig has been taken this whole way, not even thinking about swinging. It's Kyle Thomas all over the outside of the strike zone. That one's going to go in for strike one right at belt level. Yasiel eyeing it down. He's seen 4 now from Thomas. Chopper. Grabbed there by Thomas. Throw to first. And he'll get Puig. And you saw that sequence there from Thomas. Couple on the inside. One a little bit high. Yasiel, again, very patient, just looking to see what was being offered. And he ends up grounding out right to the pitcher. To the home half of the third we go here at Hastings.
Let me into my zone. Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Yeah. Can't answer my phone now. Just leave it there, that tone. Ballin' can't beat me up, cause I'm back in my zone now. Cause I'm back in my zone now.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
Welcome back to Hastings Stadium. It is Seniors Day here at the ballpark. Instead of the kids running the bases, they're actually going to get the seniors to run the bases after this half inning is over. And some of the seniors will start to get loose to run the base path. Here's Ashton Patterson, the number 9 hitter, here for the Royals. Takes one upstairs for ball one. Patterson hitting .247 on the year. That one paints the outside edge for a strike. Went 0 for 3 last night, but reached base twice. Chopper to Tavares. Over to first in time. And that'll be the first out. Yes, Patterson reaching on an error twice in the game. A rare error-filled game for the Welland Jackfish. Did not do themselves any favors. Back to the top of the order we go with Ryan DeSantos. Squares up to bunt, but pulls back. Goes across anyway for strike one. Going to go on the inside half for strike number two. Drop her down the line. That's going to go foul. I should mention that there is a slight change on the infield. Brix Tavares is over at third, while Spencer Ross is at second. 3-0-2, missing upstairs. So Leafs already digging into their bench a little bit. More on that in a moment. Tavares fields it to first in time. And Yolki Pena is now at first.
20 Anthony Gilbert.
And we'll keep you updated with these defensive substitutions. No signals were actually made. Matt Brandt is in behind home plate as that's a slow squibber over to first, and he got him. That's a 1-2-3 inning. We're heading to the fourth here at Hastings. The Royals with a 1-0 lead. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Mark Perry here in the broadcast booth. As Rob Butler putting the spin cycle on his defense, switching everybody around, it seems. Here's Yoki Pena. Chopper on the infield. Grabbed there by Maskai over to first in time. Good job there by Thomas to get on over. 33 pitches in for Kyle Thomas coming into this fourth inning.
Number 19, Dennis DeBanning.
So Dennis DeBanning will come in. Originally was over in left field, I should say. Now over in center. First pitch he sees. Fielded by Gilbert to first. In time. As Kyle Thomas continuing to make quick work in these innings. Needed 11 pitches to get out of the last inning.
Marcus Connect.
So here is Marcus Connect. Who's 0 for 1. That one paints the outside edge for a strike. Connect. Grounding out to the shortstop his last time up. .252 average on the year. An on base of .318. OPS around .787 coming into today. That's going to drop in there on the inside for a strike. Two balls, one strike. Hammered into left field. That's a base hit. And Marcus Connect reaches for the first time today. So again, just to keep you up to date with the defensive switching around. On the outfield, it was DeBanning, Pena, and Puig from left to right. Now it's Pops, DeBanning, and Puig. On the infield, it was Ross, LaRue, Taveras, and Pops on the infield. Now it's Taveras, LaRue, Ross, and Pena on the infield. Rob Butler not making it easy on the scorekeeper, I'll tell you that much. Pops. Grounder to Gilbert. He'll take it himself over to second, and that'll do it. Connect reaches on a single, but that's about it. We head to the home half of the fourth. Still, the Royals leading by 1. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Glad to have you aboard here on this Sunday afternoon. Mark Perry here in the booth. Miguel Geraldo will lead things off here for the Guelph Royals. Yuta Nakata into his fourth inning of work here today. A 1-2-3 inning his last time. The 0-1. Popped up. Tracking it in center field is DeBanning. And he'll make the catch.
Your designated hitter, number 4.
So once again, that outfield is Pops, DeBanning, and Puig. Here is Garrett Takamatsu. He doubled and later came around to score on the RBI single from Ochoa. The only score on the board here so far. Second half of the doubleheader underway in Chatham. Brantford with a 1-0 lead on the Barnstormers. The 0-1 is going to miss upstairs. Hamilton and London still scoreless. That came into the bottom of the third. The 1-1 in on the hands. Tak was able to get a piece of it, though. It's going to be a busy stretch here for the Royals. On the ground, LaRue. Throw over to first in time, and that'll retire Takamatsu. And that'll bring up Victor Mascai. And again, after today, just 9 games left on the regular season for the Guelph Royals. Five of them will be here at home. Oh, and Myth is outside. Mascai, a hard hit ball right to Spencer Ross. And that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning once again for Yuto Nakata. He's rolling here, but the Royals have the lead. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium. To the fifth we go. Number 5 in the batter's box here now, Spencer Ross. He's 0 for 1. A fly out to deep center field his last time up. Check swing. That's going to go down the line, but it's going to just roll foul. Kyle just needing 9 pitches his last inning. That included giving up the single to connect. Thomas and Nakata pretty efficient with the pitch count here so far. That one sent into deep left center, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So Ross gets on board here for the Leafs as they try to get rolling. And here comes Matthew Brandt. Not a whole lot of hard contact from Matt Brandt. As he skies one down the line, it's going to go foul. Relatively even. Knocking one from both side or the opposite side. Primarily a ground ball type of hitter. The 0-1. It's going to get in there for a strike. You see that late movement from Kyle Thomas. The dime drops right into the pocket on the inside edge. Thomas the 0-2. That one misses outside. Oh, Brandt coming into today has put 88 balls in play. 51 of them have been ground balls. The 1-2 inside. Brandt gets out of the way. The 0-2 misses outside. Runner's going to go on the 3-2. Glove down by Kyle Thomas over to first to record the out. That'll advance Ross over to second. Nearly fooled Thomas on that one, but he was able to get his glove to it.
Shortstop number 7, Brando LaRue.
And back to the top of the order we go. Here's Brando LaRue.
All right. Thank you.
LaRue finds Ochoa. Ochoa to first in time. That'll keep Ross over at second, and there's 2 away. Now LaRue is 0 for 3. So we're through to the third time around the order. And here comes Crix Tavares. Tavares, a line out right to Anthony Gilbert back in the third. Sends that one high, a mile high. DeSantos chasing after it, but Williams will get to it first. He'll record the outs, and that'll do it. Another base runner gets on, but the Leafs can't cash him in. The Royals remain up 1-0. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium in Guelph. J.D. Williams, Nate Ochoa, and Matthew Ward will start things off here for the Royals, who have that 1-0 lead. Another low-scoring affair here thus far. That's going to drop in the bucket for a strike. Yuta Nakata into his 5th inning of work. It's going to miss on the outside. And think about it, 4 innings of work here for Nakata. And the 4 innings of work, so you're looking at roughly about 11 into 12 pitches per inning on average. Not too bad thus far as that one misses inside. JD grounded out to short his last time up. There's a big hack, swing and a miss. The 3-2. Good defensive swing there. As JD will stay alive. Try again on the 3-2. That one misses on the inside, and JD will walk.
Your third baseman, number 40, Nate Ochoa.
A good way to lead things off this inning, as here comes Nate Ochoa. He is responsible for the only run on the board here today. He hit the RBI single that drove home Takamatsu back in the second. JD's going to run. Throw into second. Gets in there safely as that throw from Brandt was offline. And the slide took out Ross there for a moment as the two of them have a quick conversation. As it looks like JD is slightly shaken up by that. As the conversation continues, Ochoa will face a 1-0 and the trainer comes out, has the convo, and it looks like he's going to be all right. So all that for a stolen bag for JD, and it looks like he was going to be off the whole way on that first delivery. Now a runner in scoring position here for the Royals as they look to extend their lead. The 1-0. That one gets to the upper half of the plate for strike one. A check on JD. That's going to drop in there for a strike. Here it comes again. That one misses upstairs. Thought he had it, but not going to get it this time. Wolf hitting .266 with runner in the scoring position as that one's going to flare down the line into foul ground and not able to get to it. Pena, Ross, and Puig were all over that baseball, but they just could not get to it in time. Ochoa will try again. Defensive swing there keeps alive. Generates some medium contact, does Ochoa. Not so much hard contact. Looking for that to get into his game a little bit more here. Known as more of a power hitter. Just has not been able to get that with consistency so far. But good patience at the plate here. Oh, full count. Nakata waits. The 3-2 is going to go foul. Well, another one down the line is going to be a foul ball. Not much of a difference in the splits between home and away. And hitting 214 here at home, 200 on the road. The 3-2. The runner's going to go. Did he go around? No, he did not. As Nate Ochoa will get on over to first. JD advanced on that last delivery, so he'll get into third base. So back-to-back walks here for Yuto Nakata. And that'll bring up Matthew Ward. Ochoa dancing around over at first, and that'll drop in on the outer half for a strike. Ward a ground out the second base back in the second inning. A large hole in between first and second here. He's not going to go there, though. It's in on the hands, and it's a deep fly ball over and left, and it's going to result in a sac fly as coming in to score is J.D. Williams to give the Royals a 2-0 lead.
Your left fielder, number 1.
Well, Ward got something to hit there. It was delivered more on the inner half, and you can just see the power from Ward getting underneath it and is able to get it deep enough to score Williams. So 2-0 now the score. As here is Ashton Patterson. First pitch he sees, sends that one into the gap in right center. Circling around third is Ochoa. He's going to get the wave home. He comes in to score a stand-up triple for Ashton Patterson. And that'll extend the lead to 3-0. The speed of Ashton Patterson on full display there. As Ochoa scores all the way from first. 3-0 the score. And back to the top of the order we go as the Royals start to cook. The infield to the edge of the grass. Swing and a miss for strike one. DeSantos is 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Nakata waits. Here it comes. That one is going to be sent foul. Already into 20 pitches on the inning. The 0-2. Did he hold off the appeal? A look over at the third base umpire. He did not move. Now they're going to appeal and said he did not go around. A delayed appeal to Chris Long, and Chris Long says, nope, he's clean. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Dos Santos goes down on strikes, and there's 2 away.
Your shortstop, Mason.
So after a clean 4th, this 5th inning, not going in the way of the Maple Leafs. That's just the 3rd strikeout of the game for Nakata, as here is Anthony Gilbert. Misses on the outer half for ball 1. Again, Ashton Patterson comes in clutch. In on the hands. In to first base. He got him. Good barehanded play there by Crix Tavares to get it on over to first to complete the inning, but not before 2 runs come in to score. The Royals up 3-0 as we head to the 6th. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium in Guelph. New pitcher coming into the ball game, taking over for Kyle Thomas, is Elvin Liriano. So face Yasiel Puig, Yoki Pena, and Dennis DeBanning to start this 6th inning. Liriano into his 13th appearance on the year. Just his 3rd time coming out of the bullpen this season. Went 5 innings just 4 days ago against the Brantford Red Sox. The 1-0 to Puig is going to paint the outside edge for a strike, and Puig not exactly in agreement. Liriano, 8 strikeouts in that 5 innings that he pitched against Brantford. He had a great performance. Puig sends one high. Ward tracking it, but it's going to go out of play. Oh, Liriano giving up 6 hits and 3 runs. In a game Guelph ultimately won. They scored 5 runs in the 4th inning. The 1-2 is going to miss on the outside. Puig, the 2-2. Another one fouled back. Puig 1 for 2 with a single. As the fans are really getting boisterous on the former major leaguer. Liriano will try again. Here comes the 2-2. And Puig sends one high. It's going to stay in the ballpark just in front of the warning track. Ashton Patterson makes the catch. Oh, that had some distance to it, but Ashton Patterson able to get there cleanly. Just in front of the warning track. As Puig looks for number 16 on the season. And the record for home runs in a year is, of course, the great Sean Riley. Had 21 home runs back in 2013 when he split time between these two teams, Guelph and Toronto. There's a swing and a miss by Pena. We're currently on pace to tie Sean Riley. The 0-1 is going to miss on the outside. Pena 0 for 2, a strikeout and a groundout. The delivery, swing and a miss for strike 2. Pena just his 7th game on the year with Toronto. Don't have the splits between Hamilton and Toronto, as that one's going to miss downstairs. Tell you, since putting on a Maple Leafs uniform, hitting .200 against lefties. The 2-2. Got a piece of it. He'll stay alive. And he'll try again. That one misses downstairs. Pena hitting .263 when he was with the Hamilton Cardinals. Just .200 here with the Leafs. That'll go up as he puts one off the mound and into center field. Pena will get on with the base hits with one away.
Center fielder number 19, Dennis Bang.
Second game of the doubleheader just getting underway in Kitchener. The Panthers have taken a 1-0 lead on Barrie. Elsewhere in London, Hamilton with a 3-0 lead on the Majors. That game into the top half of the fifth. As Luis Ramirez pitches against Victor Payano. That one's going to be fouled away by Dennis DeBanning, who's 1 for 2. Second half of the doubleheader in Chatham into the bottom half of the third. Brantford with a 2-0 lead on the Barnstormers. And Brantford winning the first half of that home and home. There's a swing and a miss. And here's the interesting thing with both doubleheaders today. The first half, it was the home team that had their rightful place as the home team, but both games in Chatham, in Kitchener, it's the away team that is batting in the bottom half because the games that were canceled yesterday were in the opposing ballpark. The 0-2 is going to be sent down the line foul. So it's a unique circumstance where the doubleheader played in the same ballpark, but right now, in the second half of the doubleheader, it is Chatham in Brantford. Chatham is batting in the bottom half of the inning. Barrie is batting in the bottom half of the inning in Kitchener. That one misses on the outside. Liriano. Here comes the 1-2. That one misses on the outside. Lefty-righty matchup here. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Elvin Liriano gets him swinging for out number 2. Which brings us to the final line on Kyle Thomas on the evening as Marcus Connect comes up to bat. The final line for Kyle Thomas, he gives up 3 hits in 5 innings of work, doesn't give up a run, just 1 strikeout, 1 walk. A lot of contact spread around everywhere. But the defense being the story for the Royals here today. Liriano, first delivery, right at belt level for strike 1 on Marcus Connect. Thomas, 52 pitches, 31 going for strikes today. Jack's on the runner, the 0-1. Stretched out for that one. It's put deep into center field and right in front of the wall is J.D. Williams. He'll make the catch. Another inning where a single is all the Leafs can sport. The Royals have a 3-0 lead as we head to the home half of the inning. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium in Guelph to the 6th. And the Royals up to bat here. It'll be Miguel Geraldo, Garrett Takamatsu, and Victor Miskai due up for the Royals. And Yuno Nakata still out there for the Maple Leafs. 6th inning of work for number 47 as he delivers that slider right toward the outer half, paints the edge for a strike. Geraldo 0 for 2. Misses on the inside. Nakata, a member of the Quebec Capitals in the Frontier League to start the season. The 1-1. That's going to drop in there for a strike. That one had Geraldo fooled the whole way. That late break that just drops into the bucket. There's a big hack, swing and a miss. Miguel Geraldo goes down on strikes. And there's one away. 4th strikeout of the game for Nakata. He was 1-2 with Quebec. 23 appearances, only started in one game. He was used more as a relief pitcher with Quebec this season. That'll drop in on the inner half for a strike on Garrett Takamatsu. 47 strikeouts to 17 walks. Give up 7 home runs before coming here to Toronto. One misses upstairs. Of course, for Nakata, came out strong in his debut in the CBL, as that one's going to be fouled away. That was on the 1st of August. Last Saturday. So 8 days ago, pitching against the Barnstormers, collected the win in his CBL debut. 11 strikeouts in 5 1/3. The 1-2. Down the line, foul. Gave up 3 runs, one of them earned off of 3 hits. Didn't walk a batter. That last inning ran into trouble. He walked 2 batters, and both of them ended up coming home. The 1-2. It's going to skip into the dirt. Yeah, JD walking to lead off the 5th. Ended up stealing 2 bases along the way. The 2-2. That one sent high and into center field. It's going back, all the way back and against the wall. A stand-up double here for Garrett Takamatsu and a pair of extra base hits for number 4 here today. And here comes Victor Miskai, that 30-game on-base streak still looming. Still looking to get on base for the first time here today. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a groundout. Rushes this one high and deep. Puig tracking it, though, right in front of the warning track. He'll make the catch. That'll advance Takamatsu to 3rd, but Victor Miskai now 0 for 3. So 2 away, but a runner 90 feet away. And Andy Leader will pinch hit for JD. As Dino starts to dig into his bench. Leader was the starting right fielder last night, went 1 for 3. Leader hitting .262 on the season. That's going to paint the outside edge for a strike. The 0-1 is going to be set foul. An interesting statistic to look at here as well. The most times left on base, the most times a player has been stranded in the CBL. The 0-2 is going to be sent foul. The man on third base right now, 5th in the CBL. Garrett Takamatsu has been stranded 35 times this year. Yasiel Puig, 36 times. He's third. The 0-2. Couple of hops, Taveras to first in time, and, well, Takamatsu stranded for a 36th time this season. He is now tied with Yasiel Puig as we go to break. 3-0 Royals as we head to the 7th. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Mark Perry here in the booth. 7th inning. The bottom of the order due up here for the Maple Leafs. And they will take on the Maple Leafs legend in Marek Deska. First pitch, swing on and miss. Foul pops. Is 0 for 2 on the day, as that's a chopper glove down by Mascai, but he's unable to get a full glove on it. Gets knocked into right field, and Pops will get in. Now, I was mentioning the individual players that were stranded on base. Call this the Tom Hanks of Castaway kind of stat. The most runners left on base, the most runners stranded as a team. coming into today, the Guelph Royals have stranded 304 runners on the season. Toronto in fifth at 259 by comparison. And if you were to divide that by the amount of games that have been played, the Royals strand roughly about 8 runners per game. The 0-1 is going to go across for a strike here on Spencer Ross. Today, I can tell you that the Royals have only stranded 3 runners today. Oh, and misses upstairs. By the way, for those scoring at home, Pops reaching first base, that is going to be a single. So he does have a hit on the day. Skied high. Is Santos tracking it in right field, and he'll make the catch. First out of the inning, as Matt Brandt will come up. Elsewhere in the CBL, Kitchener now with a 4-0 lead on Barrie. Keeping an extra eye on that game, just with the implications that a Barrie loss would have, combined with a Guelph win here today. Oh, and misses on the outside. Again, Barrie winning the first half of the doubleheader in Kitchener today. They are now a half game up on Guelph for 4th place. If the scores hold, Barrie and Guelph would once again be tied for 4th. That'll drop in for a strike. And lo and behold, Malik Williams with a home run for Kitchener today. Yosvani Pinalve also a homer for the Panthers. That's how they have been able to get their lead. London has gotten on the board. They are now trailing 3-1 to Hamilton in the bottom of the 5th. Bottom 4 of that 7-inning affair in Chatham. Brantford with a 2-0 lead. In CBL.ca, your one-stop shop for all the scores as they happen. Grounder to Geraldo. Over to first in time, and that'll retire Brandt. There's 2 away. That'll bring up the former Royal, Brando LaRue. Final line, Liriano just going 1 inning. And he pitched 5 last Wednesday, so not surprised that he only got into the 1 here. Deska delivers off the glove. Missing downstairs. 8th appearance for Deska. And again, with playoff qualifications increasing with the increased schedule, time is starting to become the essence for some players, notably some pitchers. Deska coming into today, he's got his appearances down. 7 appearances. He meets the threshold there. But again, you need 14 innings along with 7 appearances to qualify for the playoffs as a pitcher. Deska coming into today, just 9.5 innings of 9 2/3 of an inning of work. So we'll continue to keep an eye on playoff qualifications as the next couple of weeks go along. The delivery, that one fouled back. LaRue 0 for 3. Guelph back in action on Tuesday. Barrie will be in town. That'll be a hotly contested battle for 2 teams who, if the playoffs were to start today, they'd play in a 1-game playoff. Hopper over to Ochoa to first in time, and that'll do it. Deska gives up the single to lead things off, but he gets the next three in order. Stretch time here at Hastings Stadium in Guelph. The Royals still with the lead, 3-0.
Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Yeah. Can't answer my phone now. Just leave it there at that tone. Ballin' can't beat me up 'cause I'm back in my zone now. 'Cause I'm back in my zone now.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
Welcome back, Hastings Stadium here in Guelph, bottom of the 7th. A little bit of movement in the bullpen for the Maple Leafs, although I think it's just a couple of guys that are standing up. Yuto Nakata still out there, 85 pitches in this 3-0 game, as that one is going to miss on Nate Ochoa. Walked his last time up, came around to score. The 1-0 is going to drop in the bucket there for a strike. Just 15 pitches needed to get out of the last inning. Nakata just giving up 4 hits in this one thus far. That's going to go down the line. That's a foul ball, just barely. "85 pitches, 59 going for strikes. Has gotten 24 swing and misses. 18 foul balls. The 1-2. That one misses upstairs. By comparison, just 11 foul balls for the Leafs on the day. Ochoa 1 for 1 on his ledger. The 2-2. Another one sent foul. As that stat continues to pile up, the Royals they have a knack for getting into that defensive kind of mindset, those defensive swings. The 2-2, that one's popped up. Into left field it goes, and Pops will get underneath it. He'll make the catch.
Your catcher, number 10.
Here comes Matthew Ward, a sac fly back in the 5th. That made it 2-0 Royals. Matthew Ward just continues with these productive at-bats. Doesn't necessarily get on base all the time, although he does have a .338 on base percentage coming into today. But not too worried if it means being able to bring in some runs. The 1-0 is going to drop inside. Puts the count 2-0. But he's been productive. 3 RBI, a .438 average in his last 5 games. The 2-1. Chopper down the line. Taveras fields it. Over to first in time. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And again, no movement in that Leafs bullpen. I think they're going to let Nakata try to stretch this out, perhaps get a complete game. We shall see as Ashton Patterson will come up here. An RBI triple his last time up. Drops a bunt down, but it's going to go foul. Definitely hits right-handed pitching a lot better. A .292 average against righties and an .801 OPS compared to just a .154 average and a .444 OPS against lefties. We've touched on Patterson and just his monthly splits. Had a great month of June. The 0-1. Down the line, right to Pena. And that'll be a 1-2-3 inning. Nakata's through 7. We are through 7. The Royals, though, still with a 3-0 lead. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Mark Perry here in the booth. Part of the order due up for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And they will continue to deal with this bullpen of the Guelph Royals that have been El Fuego of late. This time it's Andrew Case coming in, and that'll drop in there for a strike. fourth pitcher of the game for the Royals here today. The 0-1. That's going to miss downstairs. The league leader in ERA. 1-1 is going to miss upstairs. Just a 1.02 ERA for Andrew Case in 17 2/3. It's his 15th appearance on the season. The 2-1. That'll go in there for a strike. Hasn't given up an earned run in his last 4 appearances. The 2-2 is going to miss way inside. Went an inning in last night's game, faced 3 batters of the Welland Jackfish, retired them all. The 3-2. Did he go around? Yes, he did. That's strike 3. Case gets Crix Taveras to go down. Taveras didn't like it all too much.
Fielder number 56, Yanafiel Green.
That's another K on the day. And you don't have to guess too hard to see who's coming up here based on the reaction he's getting from the crowd. Yasiel Puig sent one to deep left his last time up. Sends this one to deep center this time. It's going all the way back, and to the wall it goes, and it's going to be a ground rule double. Yasiel Puig got underneath that baseball. And immediately, Williams and DeSantos putting their hands up after it bounced on the warning track.
Number 12, Loki Pena.
And Yasiel Puig gets into scoring position. The Leafs still looking for their first run. That'll go across for a strike. That'll miss on the outside this time. The 1-1 fouls it off. The 1-2. Flared into left field. Patterson underneath it. He'll make the catch. Pena retired for the 3rd time today. He's 1 for 4, and here comes Dennis DeBanning.
Fielder number 19, Dennis DeBanning.
Banning had the single in the first. That'll drop in there for a strike. The Leafs have gotten a base runner in each of their last 4 innings. Have a base runner here yet again on the double. That'll miss on the outside. Spencer Ross got into scoring position in the 5th. But otherwise, the Leafs haven't really been able to get a guy over to second base. Crix Taveras was over at 3rd in the 1st. He's the only Leafs base runner that's gotten that far. That one is going to be put into shallow left. Getting the wave home is Puig. Throwing to home, and he's safe. The tag applied. Puig putting on the wheels. And the Leafs get on the board here. An RBI single for Dennis DeBanning, and it's 3-1.
Number 4, Marcus Sinet.
All that one the broadcaster's jinx, folks. But Marcus connects. We'll get into position here. Suddenly, he is now the tying run at the plate. That'll drop in there for a strike. Hammered into center field. It's going to drop in front of Williams. Or rather, in front of Leader. And suddenly the Leafs starting to string some hits together as they start to get on Andrew Case's case. Kyle Pop's now the batter. He hit a single in the last inning. Runners on first and second, 2 away. Case delivers that one down the line, but it's going to go well foul. Into the trees it goes. Elsewhere in the CBL, bottom 4, Brantford with a 2-1 lead on Chatham. Second half of the doubleheader there. Second half of the doubleheader in Kitchener. Panthers with a 4-0 lead still on Barrie, bottom 4. And bottom 6 in London, it's 3-3. As London has been able to close the gap fully. Hamilton scored 3 runs in the 4th. London has now scored 3 runs in the 5th. There's a swing and a miss. Runners are going to advance. Throw over to third, not in time. Because it got enough away from Ward on that last occasion to allow both runners to advance. So the game tying run now in scoring position. Case wants to keep him there. Case waits patiently. The 1-2. Gets enough behind it. Paints the inside edge for a strikeout. They'll get one, but no more.
2 hits, 2 runners left on.
We head to the home half of the 8th. Royals with a 3-1 lead.
3, Toronto
Welcome back to Hastings Stadium. To the home half of the eighth we go. The day is over for Yuto Nakata. 97 pitches, 67 of them going for strikes. As his day finishes, 7 innings of work, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Gave up 3 runs off of 4 hits. To the top of the order, Ryan DeSantos, Anthony Gilbert, Miguel Geraldo to take on Alex Lanigan. That'll paint the outside for strike 1. Lanigan, the righty. That one's going to be put into left center. Too much air underneath it, though, for Ryan DeSantos, and Kyle Pops will get underneath it to make the catch. Lanigan into his 11th appearance of the year. A 13.97 ERA. It's gotten roughed up his last couple of outings. Home to Brantford on the 29th of July. Faced 9 batters. 3 of them came in to score. The 1-0. Gilbert will send that one foul. Lanigan ultimately going 2 innings. Gave up the 3 runs. All 3 of them earned off of 2 hits. Walked 1, struck out 4. Gilbert 0 for 3. The 0-1. That one missing on the outside. And Gilbert keeping a new hitting streak alive. Hop to LaRue. Over to first in time. And that might do it for the hitting streak for Anthony Gilbert as he is now 0 for 4.
Four second baseman. Number.
Hitting streak at 9 games coming into today for Gilbert. I don't think he's going to get another chance at it today. Unless we go extras, we'll see. That one's hammered in to left field by Miguel Geraldo. Base hit for Miggy.
Number 4.
And the Royals are in business here in the 8th. Miguel Geraldo had a short 3-game hitting streak snapped last night against Welland. Gets on the hit parade here. As here is Garrett Takamatsu. Pair of doubles on the day for him. Drops in there on the inner half for a strike. That one going to the outside this time. It's Alex Lanigan working the quadrants. Inner half to the outer half. See where he goes this time. Well, he'll go right on over to first and hold on Miguel Geraldo. A 1-1. Flying high to deep left center. Kyle Pops will get underneath it right in front of the 397 sign, and that'll do it. We're through 8 here at Hastings. The Royals looking to close things out in the top half of the 9th on the other side. Welcome back to Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Next 5 games, there you see it on the screen. Barrie will be in town on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. That'll be our next home game. As 3 of the next 5 games will be here at Hastings Stadium. Glad to have you on board for all of those ones as we head toward the home stretch of this first professional season in the Canadian Baseball League. And here is Kevin Escorcia looking for save number 7 on the year. It's going to drop in there for a strike. Last appearance for Escorcia did not go too well for him. Was in Kitchener on Thursday. A blown save attempt in the 9th inning, where the Panthers were able to get 2 runs on him over at Jack Couch Park and ultimately walked off the Royals in what was a back-and-forth affair. But Escorcia, he has been one of the more reliable arms overall in the CBL coming out of the pen. That one's going to miss down and out of the zone. Spencer Ross, Matt Brandt, and Brando LaRue are the 3 batters due up here for the Maple Leafs. Tight out-of-town scoreboard. Barrie starting to catch up. It's now 4-3 Kitchener over the Baycats. Second half of that doubleheader. There's a swing and a miss. Ross is 1 for 3. There you see the hard-throwing lefty. The 2-2. Right to Gilbert. Bobbles it. Throw it to first, and he skies it out of play. Anthony Gilbert had to rush that throw because Spencer Ross was blistering out of the box. And suddenly, a throw later, he gets into scoring position. We'll see that is how that is scored. He's going to reach on the throwing error and will advance to second. So officially marked down as an error. Charged to Anthony Gilbert. Matt Brandt now representing the game-tying run. That'll be sent out of play. Brandt 0 for 3. A couple of groundouts and a flyout. It's another piece of that one. Escorcia with his 23rd appearance on the year. That leads the team. .532 ERA as a 3-3 record. And he's a strikeout type of pitcher, folks. Ks through 9, just over 11. Just fantastic stuff. There's a swing and a miss. Throw to first. That'll complete the strikeout on Matt Brandt. And there's one away. Not only does Escorcia lead the team in appearances, he leads the league. 23rd appearance on the year is first in the Canadian Baseball League for a pitcher. Dusty Davidson for London, just in behind him at 19. Pedro de los Santos at 18. Skylar Janice, the league leader in saves, has appeared in 18 games. Same with Anthony Porchelato over in Brantford. Here's Brando LaRue, 0 for 4. Had to go on the inner half for a strike. The speedy Spencer Ross over at second. Escorcia checks him. Couple of looks over. The offering. Drops below the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. And the Royals, that big matchup in Barrie looming on Tuesday nights. That's going to be a dandy, folks. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chopper on the infield. Gilbert, the hop to first in time. And the Leafs are down to their final outs. Over to third goes Spencer Ross, and here comes Crix Tavares. It'll be lefty on lefty. Should note Escorcia, the opposition from the left-handed batter's box, hitting just 174 on him this year. Tavares 0 for 3. Swing and a miss. A sweeping slider there. Just nasty stuff from Escorcia. Yasiel Puig on deck. This is the man to retire if you're Escorcia. That one's going to miss at the knees. You do not want Yasiel Puig coming up to the plate with an attempt to play hero. This is the batter Escorcia wants. 1 ball, 1 strike on Tavares. The offering. That one misses at the knees. As Escorcia just working the bottom of the zone here, hasn't really elevated the ball that much. Has generated a lot of ground balls. Not as much hard contact, though. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. The fans know. Starting to get in full throat here at Hastings. Escorcia gets the sign. Here comes the payoff. Missing on the outside. Puts the count full at 3-2. A big, big pitch incoming. The 3-2. That one's put in play. It's going to drop all the way in front of the left field fence. Throw in. And the Maple Leafs stay alive. An RBI single or an RBI double from Crix Tavares. And that'll bring up Yasiel Puig. And they are not even going to chance it. Yasiel Puig getting the intentional walk. Well, the first base is open. He's already walking towards the dugout to give his bat in. The signal was made before he even had a chance to walk into the dirt. So Yasiel Puig, who represents the go-ahead run,
First baseman number 12, Yoki Pena,
will get over. And it's Yoki Pena, who is 1 for 4. And I like this again. A, you're going to give Yasiel Puig the Barry Bonds treatment there. And two, you have Yoki Pena coming up. Again, he does have a hit, but this is the prime matchup. As we touched on in that battle with Tavares, who ended up pulling the ball the other way. Lefty on lefty. Right over to Anthony Gilbert, and that's the ball game. A liner to the shortstop. And Kevin Escorcia records his 7th save of the season. The Royals hang on to win this one 3-2. A low-scoring affair, a pitcher's duel. Yuto Nakata will take the loss. And I believe Kyle Thomas will end up recording the win. Yes, indeed. Kyle Thomas will get the win, and Kevin Escorcia, once again, his 7th save of the year as he moves one behind Skylar Janice for the league lead as the Royals improve to 23-16 on the year. They've won 2 straight. They've won 6 straight at home. If Kitchener can hold on against Barrie in the second half of that doubleheader, Barrie and Guelph will be tied going into the new week of action in the CBL. But my goodness, what a day it was as the Guelph Royals win this one. The next home broadcast will be on Tuesday when those Baycats come to town. That is a 7:05 first pitch. Until then, my name is Mark Perry saying so long from Hastings Stadium in Guelph. Once again, the final score, the Guelph Royals 3, the Toronto Maple Leafs 2.